Today we're going to be making a lava lamp. Now this lava lamp uses geometric and organic shapes. If you look, the shape of the base uses mainly geometric shapes. The bottle uses a geometric shape. The lid uses a geometric shape. And then you have the lava inside that uses an organic shape. Even your background could use different types of shapes, which you're going to be able to design your own background. But today, I'm going to walk you through drawing the lava lamp. Okay, and it's not as hard as it seems. All it takes is making a template for yourself. So we're going to take a scratch paper. We're going to fold this in half, like this. You want the open side to be on your left side. See? Open side on the left. This is my left hand. This is my right. Okay, then we're going to draw the base. We're going to start about an inch in, and you're going to draw a diagonal line. Stops about an inch from this edge here. And then you're going to go back up about 2 inches. So this is about 3 inches, and then this is about 2 inches. Okay, then another diagonal line going up till you reach about 1/2 inch up here. Then you're going to go straight up about an inch, and then curve the top to the edge of the paper, like that. Okay, now that you have this, we're going to cut it. You're going to cut it while it's closed. That way you get the other side of it when you're done, which I'll show you how this works in a second. Make sure you cut carefully. That way you stay on your line. Okay. This is now trash. So now you open this up, and this is your lava lamp shape. So we get your blank paper. We place the lava lamp on the paper, like that. And you're going to trace around it. Now I'm going to trace dark so that it can be seen by the camera. But you at home or in class, I want you to trace lightly. That way you can erase if you make a mistake. Try not to make it too messy because that'll be in your background if you do. Okay, so once that's traced, take this off your paper and you can save this for another time. Clean up any lines that you have that are messy. And then we're also going to add the lines to create this piece. Now, looking back at this one, we have lines here, 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 and here to create. So, we're going to start with the bottom one, and we're going to curve from this side to this side. Okay. We're going to go just about here to here by curving. Remember, I'm not looking for perfect. I just want you to try your best. We're going to curve up here too, from this side to this side. And then at the bottom, there's another curve here. Like that. So that's the basic shape of your lava lamp. Alright, next is the lava, which you can kind of freeform this the way that you want to. I'm going to do a little wavy little lava here. And this one will be different than the one I created before. And I'm going to do some circles just like that. Okay, next is the shiny parts. So, little circle here, bigger circle, little circle. Do a little crescent shape. You could even do another circle down here, just to give it some shine when we do the coloring. Okay. The next part is Sharpie. You're going to go over all these lines with the Sharpie marker. So I will pause the video and I'm going to do this real quick, and I'm going to let you guys do this, and then we will continue when we're done. Okay, we are done tracing in Sharpie. Now, my lines kind of show up a little bit different, so I'm going to go back and just quickly erase any trace of pencil. That way it doesn't show up in my coloring. Now, if you didn't press down too hard, this should come up no problem. And if you can't get the pencil off, that's okay too, because we're going to color over it. Okay. Alright, so that's our lava lamp. As you can see, not quite perfect, but it's still going to look really, really good. Alright, next, we're going to be doing this in crayon. And yes, you are going to be able to get all of this effect, even the shiny metal effect, with crayon. So you're going to need to start off with a black, and then for our coloring you're going to need yellow, orange, red, and a blue. Okay, so that's for the whole lava lamp. So let's start with the black. And, well, you're also going to need your pencil a little bit for this. So we're going to start with drawing out where we want our shine to be, because that area needs to stay white. We can't color on that area. So we're going to start down here. We're going to do a light diagonal line. As you can see, I'm doing very light, going both ways. And I'm going to go over this lightly, just lightly, with the black crayon. And that is only so you can see it. Okay? Do the same thing over here. Line down, line down. I'm going to lightly go over it with the crayon. That way you can see it. Okay. Next, we connect to the same spot that we left off on and go up. Like that. Go straight up. Now, we're going to come up to the top. We're going to do the same thing, only this time it's much easier. We're going to do stripe on one side, stripe on the other. And this does not have to be perfectly in the center, because it gives it more character if it's not. Okay, now you're going to color very lightly everywhere on the base and the lid except for the stripes. So we're going to start in the middle. And you're coloring lightly. Actually, I'm going to turn it this way because it's easier. We're not making it black, just gray. Color lightly to turn those areas gray. And continue down to the bottom. Color gray, not black. Even if you have a gray crayon, do not use that here. Use the black, because we are going to shade this area using the black. And if you use a gray crayon, it will not blend well. It will not be the same color. Okay, same thing over here. We're going to do gray, not black. Color it in neatly. Stay in your lines. Over here as well. Color gray, not black. Okay, next we'll go to the top. I'm going to turn this around like this. Now, we want these two stripes to stay white, so we're going to color around it. So we're going to start in the middle again. That's the easiest way to do it so you don't get confused. And color the outside ones. This one's much easier because it's small. Okay? So that's our base coat, basically. Next, we're going to kind of add a little shadow. We're just going to bring out that more metal texture. So you look, it almost looks shiny. So now we're going to go down the center, not all the way covering gray, but just in the middle, and do an extra coat of gray. So it just makes it a little bit darker in the center. And as you go down, the base gets wider here, so your coloring will get a little bit wider too. Just like that. Do the same thing over here. Start in the middle. Go down. And over here. Okay. Now here you can tell it's a little bit messy, so I'm going to go back over this just a little bit more on the edges. And this just kind of smooths it out a little bit. Alright, same thing at the top, only this time it's really small, so I'm just going to do an up and down motion here, really lightly in the center of each one. Okay, and lastly, we're going to go around the edges, and it's going to be a little bit darker. Make sure not to go outside the lines. Okay, so that is our metal base. Oh, wait, I want to go around the edges at the top too. Okay, so that is our metal base. Next, we're going to start coloring the inside. And you are done with the black crayon at that point. So the metal, or not the metal, sorry, the inside, lava, we're going to be layering these colors. You're going to start with a yellow, then we're going to do some red, and then some orange, and then more yellow on top. So please pay attention to this part. Okay, you're going to start by coloring all of the inside of the lava yellow, but leave these white, or these little bubbles here, leave those white. Just don't color them in. Careful to stay inside the lines as well. And it's okay if you get a little bit inside the bubbles, but if you do, try to go erase as much as possible. I find it helpful if you go around the edges first, closest to your line. That way on the inside you can actually color faster and not worry about going outside the lines. See, now that I've done the outside, now I can really speed up the coloring on the inside. And since we're going to be kind of blending color into this on top, you don't have to be exact with this one. And yellow, since it's such a light color, it kind of hides some of those extra white spots. Be careful going around any bubbles though. I need to peel some paper. And anybody that is using crayons, it is okay to peel the paper back, but don't peel it all, okay? Okay. Oh, that's much better. Okay. All right, next we are going to start layering. So we are going to get our red, and we are going to go very gently around the edges of the yellow. Very gently. We don't want to go too much. Okay, and then once you've gone around the edge really lightly, go back and do the very edge of it dark. This kind of has a flame color to it, like a burning flame. That's what you get when you put your warm colors together. So obviously, you kind of get a warm feeling when you look at this. All right, now you're going to do the same thing you did with the red, only you're going to do it with the orange. You're going to bring it out even further. Okay, and lastly, you're going to go back over the whole thing with your yellow, but you're going to put a little bit of pressure on it, and that's just going to smooth it out a little bit. Not enough pressure to break the crayon, but enough that you can see the yellow through the orange. Okay. You should also see it on the end of your crayon when you're done, that orange color. Okay, so then it'd be a good time for you to take your messy sheet and kind of get all that orange off the crayon. Okay, so then you're going to do the same thing with these two bubbles up here. We've already colored them yellow, so we can start with red. Go around the edges. This one you can kind of skip the light and just go for the dark edge because they're so small. And then your orange. And back over again with yellow. So this is how we blend colors together. It gives it more of a three-dimensional effect. Okay, same thing with the gray. Alright, our last thing, you can put the red, orange, and yellow away, is we are going to do the background in blue, because blue contrasts with the orange color. They are complementary colors, so they're exact opposite of each other. So this blue is going to really make that orange color pop out even more. So we're going to start with all lightly colored. Be very gentle, just light. Okay, so once you get that colored lightly, now we're going to do what we did around the edges of the yellow, and we're going to make it darker. So start with a heavy dark edge. Okay, also go around your lava with that heavy dark edge. Okay, once you're done with that, then we're going to do like we did with the orange, and you're going to go light again, but bring it out a little bit. So it brings it out from the edge a little bit. And then this top part, we're going to color that whole thing in dark, because that's going to be in shadow from the cap. Okay, so there's the inside of our lava lamp. And the last thing is to come up with the background that you want to do, and I'm going to leave this part free to you to come up with however you want to. Mine, I did another set of complementary colors. I did purple and yellow together. They are complete opposites of each other, so they brighten each other up. You can do that too, or you can choose to do different things. but try to incorporate some shapes into it. I did like rectangles and triangles basically. You can decide what you want to do with it. See? Not everything's completely the same, but they are pretty close. Alright, have fun, and I can't wait to see your work.